Welcome back to Christ College OpenCourseWare. Now we discuss the incineration. That is a method of waste management. There are different methods in waste management there. We discussed in the previous class. That is incineration, pyrolysis and composting, etc. In this section, we discuss detail regarding the incineration. Incineration is a thermal process used to manage the solid waste. In this, solid waste is burned in properly designed furnace under suitable temperature and operating conditions. This process is called as incineration. Incineration is a solid waste management process in which the waste is burned in a properly designed furnace under suitable temperature and operating condition. It is one of the most effective method of reducing the volume and weight of municipal solid waste. The process consists of controlled burning of waste at high temperature, that is around 1200 to 1500 degrees Celsius. That is sterilize and stabilize the waste with reduction in the volume. That is the advantage of incineration. Incineration is a sterilize and stabilize the waste with a reduction in volume. Incineration is a high temperature treatment of solid waste. It is a process in which carbon, hydrogen and other elements in the waste mix with oxygen in the combustion zone and generate heat. This reaction is called as oxidation. Incineration is a oxidation process. For complete oxidation, the waste must be mixed with the appropriate volume of air, that is approximately 5000 kg of air in required for each ton of solid waste burnt. It differs with moisture content, heating value of the waste and type of combustion. Proper temperature must be maintained for suitable length of time in the process of incineration. Incineration of waste material convert the waste into ash, flue gas and heat. The ash is mostly formed by the inorganic constituents of the waste and may take the form of solid lumps or particulate carried by the flue gas. The flue gas must be clean of gaseous and particulate pollutant before they are dispersed into atmosphere. In some case, the heat that is generated by incineration can be used to generate electricity power by using as a thermal power system. Thermal power system means the waste can be burned. The energy, heat energy of this incineration process is used to produce steam by using heating up of a boiler. Then that steam is used to run the generator. These are the entire picture that is showing the incineration process, that is starting from waste dumping, oxygen supply, combustion, post-combustion and the ash removal, etc. Then objectives, what are the objectives of this incineration process? First one, that is a volume reduction. It combusts solid waste to reduce their volume to 1/10 without producing offensive gases and ash. Volume reduction depends upon the municipal solid waste composition. General volume reduction is by 19%, that is 90%, and weight by 75%. Another objective of this incineration is the stabilization of waste. Output from incinerator is more inert than input due to oxidation of organic components of the waste stream. Third one is the recovery of energy from the waste. Energy recovered from burning of waste is used to generate steam for on-site electricity generation or export to local heating scheme. Combined heat and power plants increase the efficiency of energy recovery by producing electricity as well as utilizing residual heat. It reduces demand on fossil fuels. That's the way this incineration is very helpful for the current economic situations. And fourth objective of this incineration is stabilization of waste. Important for incineration of clinical and biomedical waste, that is its stabilization property. The temperature stabilize this type of material to a stable form. That means it ensure pathogen destruction prior to final disposal. That's another advantage or objective of the incineration. What are the different steps involved in a successful incineration process? These different successful incineration process involve the following steps. First one, that is handling and feeding the waste into incinerator. Incinerator is the equipment that entire setup that is used to burn or incinerate the waste. Combustion of waste within the incinerator, removal of gaseous and gas-borne residues. Design of incinerator should be based on the following consideration. That means we can design for a house, we can design for a small incinerator. For a large municipality or city, we can design a big one. For an industrial purpose or a centralized incinerator facility, the size will be larger. The design of incinerator should be based on the following considerations. First one, the quantity of waste can to be handled, its consumption and characteristics. Measure to ensure that there will not be any air, water and pollution resulting from the operation of the incinerator. That's another consideration during the design of incinerator. That means it cannot pollute air, water and the soil. Two types of incinerator commonly used are batch type incinerator and continuous type incinerator. In Kerala, commonly we use the batch type incinerator. Continuous type incinerator are used in foreign countries. Next topic is the important factors for incineration. What are the different factors that we consider if going for an incineration process? First, the waste moisture content. The greater the moisture content, more fuel is required to destroy the waste. If the dry waste, we can minimize our fuels. That is heating value. With no significant heating value, incineration would not be practical disposal method. Inorganic salt, waste which rich in inorganic alkaline salt are troublesome to dispose in a conventional incinerator. High sulfur or halogen content, the presence of chloride or sulfides in waste will normally result in the acid forming compounds in the off gas. That will cause environmental issues. These are the major factors that consider we going for an incineration process. That is, the waste moisture content is measured, heat value is measured, presence of inorganic salt is analyzed, high sulfur or halogen compound should be analyzed. Then what are the advantages of incineration? The main advantage of incineration is the volume and weight of the waste are reduced to a fraction of its original size. Waste reduction is immediate, does not require long-term residence. Waste can be incinerated on site without carted to a distant area. Air discharge can be effectively controlled for minimal impact of the atmospheric environment. The ash residue is usually non-prescribed or sterile. Technology exists to completely destroy even most hazardous material in a complete effective manner, require relatively small disposal area compared to landfill. These are the different advantages of these incineration techniques. Then also there are some disadvantages are there. The capital cost of this incinerator is very high. Skilled operators are required. All material are not incinerable. That is, construction and demolition waste are not incinerable. Supplemental fuel is required to maintain and at time to maintain incineration process. These are the solid residue remaining in the furnace after incineration is called as bottom ash, which ultimately go for a land disposal. That is some type of disadvantages of this incinerator. And then bottom ash may contain metal like lead and cadmium, can treat prior to the disposal. Dioxin occur as the incineration of chlorine contains substance such as PVC, polyvinyl chloride. Fly ash is an incinerator ash carried along the combustion of air stream, so air pollution will be occur. Thus, installation of air pollution control equipment make the process more expensive. These are the drawbacks. Then some health effects are also there, that is including thyroid disorders are there occurring. Then development of abnormalities of enamels of children like peripheral nerve system, central and peripheral nervous system, it affect this fly ash and this air pollutant. These are the disadvantages. Then incinerator, what is the process? In this session we discuss what is incineration, what are the different techniques, steps, advantages and disadvantages of incineration. Thank you.